Hello everyone, and welcome to the finals of the King of the Realm tournament. This was a tournament to spotlight the King of the Realms mod, which has been around since I believe around 2012, if not earlier. And basically it's a mod that adds 19 new civilizations to the game, building off of Age of Forgotten Empires, which was a mod at this particular time. And so that's a total of 41 different civilizations. This is the finals. This is a best of 7 between DauT and BacT. And throughout this whole tournament, they're not allowed to repeat civilizations, so we should see some new civilizations here. Game number 1 is a classic Arabia matchup. And let me see if I can get this on. There we go. We'll do 56, as this is a replay. Let me take a look at the tech trees for both players. Both players have different civilizations. We have the Muisca for DauT. This is a Meso civilization. They have a great economy, with villagers working 6% faster, and their killed units return 10% of their cost. Projectiles move quickly, and Eagle Warriors are cheaper per age, so this could be a very strong civilization with their Eagle Warriors. Basically anything they want to do, it's extremely versatile. Here's their tech tree. No cavalry, as the way it is for every civilization, every Meso civilization, and they miss blast furnace in the final age. So Eagle Warriors, any sort of military, and a pretty good economy with whatever they'd like to go for. Although a little lack of versatility without cavalry. Let's take a look at BacT civilization, which is the Chimus. The Chimus, again, are another Meso civilization. However, they're infantry, +1/0 armor feudal, +1/+1 castle, and +2/1 imperial age. So this is particularly good for their Eagle line. However, the Eagle line doesn't get up to Elite Eagle Warrior, and they don't get Squires, so their Castle Age Eagles are the strongest out of the bunch. Repairers work faster, Masonry and Architecture are free, Villagers move faster, and Blacksmith upgrades work 33% faster. So the Villagers move faster. This was before African kingdoms and before the Berbers were around, so therefore this bonus went to the civilization. Here's their tech tree, no Arbalest, so it's very Eagle Warrior, Castle Age Eagle Warrior dependent. In the Imperial Age, they like to switch into their unique unit, which is basically a stronger champion. So both players have decided on these civilizations. They think these civilizations will be the strongest on Arabia. Let's see who's going to come out on top in this matchup. And we can take a little bit look of the maps. I think I don't need to do too much introduction with these players. Both these players have been around for an extremely long time. DauT is what I consider the second best player in Age of Empires history. And BacT is certainly high up there as well, still spotting his Tyrant clan tag. Both players are a little more defensive than the average, I think, but they're very adaptable. Let's take a look at their maps. BacT's map, forward berries, but he's got a nice deer patch over here, and I would certainly make good use out of that. Stone is in the back, gold is in the back, that's pretty nice. This might be a little hard to saturate, but that's okay. Hasn't found these 2 sheep yet, which is unfortunate, and is actually scouting with his stone miner. Did he lose his scout to the town center or something? A little hard to see orange on this map. Look at the KD ratio. Nothing has changed in the KD ratio. Where his scout is. Fog of War. Okay, here it is. I'm wondering why he's scouting with his villager. That's not something you see very often. I know the villagers move faster, but you don't see that very often from Berbers players either. He's going back out around over there, so that's kind of interesting. So BacT's down 2 sheep, has forward berries, but his map's not actually that bad. There's this hill on the front, which might be a problem for him. Taking a look at DauT's map, we have a wood line that's to the right. It will run low pretty soon, so that's not very good. But he does have a back wood line over here. Has a back stone, which is great. Forward gold, which is not good at all. Maybe he wants to play this game a little more aggressively. And forward berries. So with the Muisca, I think that a Men-at-Arms rush or and a transition to Eagle Warriors probably would be most appropriate. Again, they're Eagle Warriors. You cost less. And then for the Chimus, I'm thinking again Men-at-Arms because they get the +1/+0 armor in the Feudal Age. And then later on they can transition to Eagle Warriors. So we'll be seeing a lot of infantry this game in my opinion. First barracks coming up from BacT. Definitely thinking about men-at-arms. He's already taken 20 extra gold, which is a little unusual. Now it's going to try to block the board, but BacT not going to be hurt by that. Of course, his villagers move faster, which means it's harder for the board to attack the villager. Don't do that. That's unfortunate, but I think with the speed should be able to catch up. Yes, that's very fortunate of BacT. Any other civilization, the board would have ran all the way back. And a faster feudal age from DauT, so here he goes. BacT's a little bit farther behind as he just recently got his second boar. Maybe found his sheep a little late too. So this has not been the best start for BacT. He's even gone onto these deer very heavily because he wants to get as much food as he can to go up as quickly as he can. Bit of an eagle fight with the villager. BacT still doesn't have loom yet. There we go. And DauT has had a much cleaner Dark Age. In fact, he's already halfway up and sending 3 militia across the map. Remember, for every unit that DauT loses, he'll regain a little bit of his resources. So BacT needs to have some sort of defense here. It looks like his scouting has not been the best, as he has not seen the barracks of DauT. And one of these villagers is low as well. Let's see if DauT is going to target fire that villager. Very messy stuff, though. Gonna have to go all these villagers onto the single forge bush. Gonna try some quick walls. 27 HP only on that house. Might go down. Not quite yet. BacT should run that back to the town center. Where are you going, BacT? Oh, I would have garrisoned that in the town center and try to heal it up. Men-at-arms coming in. This is a lot of pressure coming into BacT at such an early stage of the game. BacT's kind of hurting on the gold. He's got at least one more militia up and upgrade them to men-at-arms. Gonna repair over here. Luckily, DauT did run to the town center a little bit. So maybe with the men-at-arms upgrade, can take a fight, but I think you're gonna need a 4th men-at-arm to be able to do anything. House goes down extremely fast. And is BacT... Okay, BacT's gonna repair it. And he's gonna delete the palisade walls because he's gonna take a fight. That villager's gonna get low, gonna get trapped. These 2 men-at-arms chasing the wrong men-at-arms, oh no! That villager's gonna go down, that's a 2 villager advantage for DauT, and he's still got most of his men-at-arms alive. That's gonna be another trapped villager. Or not, okay. Okay, looks like most of the damage has been done, and look at this! Forward from DauT. He smells blood. He's had such a great Dark Age that he feels he can go forward and close out the game right now within 15 minutes. This is a little bit of a risky play, but with the archery ranges on the hill. Oh, and he's got already skirmishers and archers out. So much pressure going on to BacT. BacT, meanwhile, has 1 men-at-arms in here. Starting to place a tower, and the archers are moving towards the tower, and it's a disaster. So, quick first game. DauT gonna take the first game. Great Dark Age and early Feudal Age pressure, and then just keeping the pressure going with a early double archery range. So great first game. Unfortunately, didn't get to see too many of those civilization bonuses, but hopefully we'll be able to see that in the next game. Well, let's come on out and go to the second game. Alright, so let's get into the second game. And let me change the scoreboard. The score is 1-0. So second game is Regicide Fortress. With, again, pick civilizations. Hello everyone, and welcome to the second game in the King of the Realms tournament. This is going to be the finals. It's a best of 7 series between DauT and BacT. DauT did take a very quick first game. This game will not be as quick, as this is Regicide Fortress. A very interesting map. We have DauT playing as the Dark Age. He's actually playing as the Dravidians, a civilization I have not yet seen. And his opponent playing as the Incas. We all know the Incas. There's their free llama. It's a black llama. Blueberry bush. Okay, it's pretty funny. Stone mines and the gold mines and the wood are still the same. But a few of these food sources are different, which is pretty unique. As you can see, this version of Regicide Fortress, no fish in the middle, so that's not unfair. Usually on Regicide Fortress, you go up to the next age, maybe you make some of your unique unit, build a few town centers, and really boom up. And I'm going to put the game speed on, go 68 until some action happens. So they'll be going through a standard Regicide Fortress build, place a lot of your villagers on farms, go up to the next age around 20 villagers, mine 50 stone, yada yada yada. And I'm curious to see if they make their unique units, because I'm not exactly sure what the unique unit for the Dravidians is. Let's take a look at their tech tree. So the Dravidians, town centers spawn 1 villager in feudal and castle age. That's very interesting. Town centers built in castle imperial age spawn 2 villagers. So this is a very strong economy bonus. Very good booming civilization because of that, and I can see why DauT has chosen them for Regicide Fortress, and as well as playstyle. The Archer line benefits double from Bodkin era Bracer and Chemistry. That's really incredible. Let's take a look at their Archer line. They only get the Archer upgrade. They don't get Crossbow or Arbalest. That is very interesting. Let's take a look at their Blacksmith upgrades as well. No Ring Archer armor, so these are some strong, but at the same time very flaky archers. Elephant Archers plus 15 to 20% HP in Castle Age. I'm wondering, is that the unique unit or? Oh no, there. So Elephant Archer is a common unit now. So we can see here, Heavy Mountain Archer, 300 HP. It's very similar to the Indians' Elephant Archer, maybe with a little more melee armor. And a little more expensive. So they have more HP for the civilization. Their unique unit is the Varu. Looks like some sort of elephant type unit that's extremely expensive, but look at that HP. 600 HP. Elite 800 HP. Wow. And their unique techs. Warships extra HP, infantry cavalry plus 2 attack. Siege is very lackluster. Monks not so good. Navy's good. Cavalry is very lackluster, no bloodlines. So the strength here, their elephant unique unit, we'll see how that comes into effect. Their infantry is passable. Their archers are very unique. But certainly I think that DauT chose the civilization for their economy bonus. Villagers automatically spawning from their town center. 1 in feudal age, 1 in castle age, and 2 for every new town center. The Incas, I think we should know the Incas pretty well. Houses support extra population. They're a meso civilization. They start with the free llama. Their seeds reseed faster, which is probably one of the most useless bonuses in the game. And what else am I missing for the Incas? Their Eagle Warriors are pretty strong with their unique tech. But they're a very versatile civilization with 2 unique units. The Kamayuk, which could be good against elephants, I suppose. Although I'm not exactly sure. These stats are kind of off, you know, really weird. I wonder how their Eagle Warriors will do against the Dravidian Archers. And that all... BacT wondering why he doesn't have any boars. Does he have boars? Oh, both of his boars are at the... Oh my god! They're all at the bottom here. Another bad start for BacT. That's unfortunate for him. Last game, he didn't see his boars. Last game, he didn't see one of his boar and his 2 sheep until very late. Now BacT can see both boar are at the south. That hasn't put him at a disadvantage as far as uptime. DauT now luring his second boar. I guess what that'll mean is that these farms will expire a little bit sooner, which is not so great. BacT gonna get those boars now. It's better late than never. And King is gonna hold open the gate. So this shouldn't hurt BacT too much. He'll get those boars in. And get all that extra food that he needs. And there we go. 2 extra villagers will be created. Market Blacksmith, most likely for both players. That is the classic boom build. And both players go to boom up for the time being. This is a very risky move for DauT because the castle could have been right here. As DauT sees those walls, he's going to run away with his king. And let's take a look at DauT scouting. Both players going up to the next stage very quickly. So this is BacT scouting. Gonna grab another boar. Has not yet seen his opponent, but does see that one of his golds are outside of his walls. And another gold is to the north, and a stone is to the north. So these are important areas of BacT's map that he'll have to secure in the late Castle Age, early Imperial Age. DauT has seen much more of the map, has found his opponent only by 1 wall. He's the shoreline here. And has much more scouting information. Going to send a few villagers out to build his first town center. Or his second town center, better. And going to mine 50 stone. Once he's got enough gold for the next stage, doesn't need any more gold. So this is going to be pure boom mode. No gold for his unique unit, though. Which I assume, if it's like an elephant, should be very slow and not too useful in the early Castle Age. So we're going to build this town center here to the right side. We'll secure gold. We'll secure a lot of farming space. A lot of wood. This would be a good spot for a town center as well. And he does have a gold outside of his walls to the north. The bowsaw coming in automatically from DauT. BacT a little bit later with that. BacT going to build one of his town centers to the south to help secure his wood line. And another town center to take stone and gold from. Heavy plow coming in from DauT. I like this upgrade. If you can ever afford heavy plow in the early Castle Age, it really helps you out later on. It's very difficult to afford it sometimes because, of course, you're going to need a lot of food for extra villagers. You need to get your bowsaw upgrade. However, let's see. So some new villagers should be popping out of these town centers as soon as they are built. So 4 here. And there we go. So now there are 6. So that is a pretty great economy bonus already. 7 villager lead for DauT just by placing those town centers. This is a very strong economy. Wow. And back to 7 villagers. Well, 5 villagers behind now. So it should stabilize at about 5 villagers. Unless players decide to add more town centers. And remember, DauT does have the heavy plow upgrade sooner. Players just booming. Wonder where DauT has his eagle. KD ratio is actually 0 to 1. DauT probably lost his eagle to the boar, maybe. So that is not great as far as scouting information goes. You kind of want to know what your opponent is making as far as army. He's not really going to show it to you until the last second if you don't have a scout out on the field. That's a small disadvantage for DauT. BacT's actually mining a lot of gold. So he's going to go with the monastery. Try to secure some of those relics. Let's take a look at the relics on the map. 1, 2, 3. Towards the middle, but closer to DauT. And then DauT has 2 relics that are extremely close to him. So that is a little bit of an unfair advantage for DauT, as far as map generation is gone. DauT gonna mine some stone. Maybe he's thinking about another town center or a castle. And a monastery for DauT as well. How can you not with all these relics right next to you? And an earlier wheelbarrow for DauT. So DauT has a better boom going. By far, still a 5 villager advantage for him. On Regicide Fortress, I do like to see 4 town centers. And there's the 4th town center for DauT. Interestingly, in the same place. Has not changed the location of the town center. I would have assumed he would have placed it maybe in the north to gain control of that gold, or over here to gain control of the stone. So this is the hub of where DauT's economy is really going to be. Gold mining coming in for DauT, just one step ahead as far as the economy upgrades. And BacT's going to wall in this left side, which is good for him. First monks are out. A few cameos to take map control and to explore a little bit more. BacT, of course, still has a scout, so we'll be able to use that to hopefully prevent his opponent from taking the relics. So this is kind of like the first conflict of the game, is trying to get these relics. Make their economies as strong as possible. Now if you're BacT, usually you want to go back if they start the conversion, but perhaps that monk didn't have its full range, or wasn't using its full range when it started the conversion. As well, there's just a big element of randomness. So DauT is heavily onto stone. Maybe he's thinking about his unique unit, which is, again, an elephant with a huge HP pool. And he's also adding an archery range, so maybe think about those very powerful and flaky archers. Stone mining for BacT, all the economy upgrades. And DauT should be advancing to the next stage fairly shortly. So BacT, gonna take one of those relics. DauT's gonna take the easy to get relic. And normally you go for the hard to get relic first. And BacT patrolling all of these different relics. It would be great if BacT could get this one. That would steal one from his opponent. And BacT's gonna be sooner up to the next stage. I think BacT only went with 3 town centers, which explains why he's faster. That's less food you have to spend. DauT's not far behind at all, though. And with a 20 villager advantage, so I'd much rather be in DauT's position. As far as economy goes, I don't know how the military matchup's going to go, though. As I've never seen this matchup. It goes versus Dravidians. So DauT is going to open up with the Dravidian archer. So let's see, we have fletching done, +1/+1. Take a look at that tech tree again. So only benefits double from Conqueror, Bracer, and Chemistry, not fletching. So when we see the Conqueror, should see extra attack coming in. And they're there, 4+3, 4+3. Certainly doing quite a bit of damage, but these Kameks, of course, don't have any armor upgrades. They're not the natural counter to archers either. So, with BacT scouting information, you can see that his opponent has made archers. I assume BacT will make either Eagle Warrior or Onager. Got 2 mangonels out already. Now remember, these archers, they're not going to gain any more HP as this game goes on. They're stuck at 30 HP. Normally an Arbalest, I think, has 40 HP. So with that, can mostly resist a mangonel shot. Unless you get hit straight on. But these archers will just crumble to mangonels. So I would go with the Onager upgrade right away. Looks like we're going to see a trebuchet battle on this hill. And unfortunate for BacT, it looks like DauT's going to get his castle up sooner. Hello, Infernal Warlock. Welcome to the stream. We're casting the King of the Realms tournament. We're on game number 2. Chemistry, Thumbring coming in. And with that, I think these archers are going to be fully upgraded except for the armor upgrades. Oh boy. Every mangonel shot counts with archers as weak as these. Then again, the archers do go down fast. Wow! Not too bad. So that's 4 archers for 2 mangonels. That's not the best thing in the world. Interestingly, why is BacT going cameos? That's not the strongest counter to archers in my opinion. I would have gone Eagle Warrior. And it looks like BacT's going to lose his first castle. So a lot of momentum for DauT. DauT's got a 30 villager advantage. I think he's got the right army composition. He's going to take down the first castle of BacT. Those Kameyuks just melt. Warriors coming in. Now, I do understand that. It gives the Kameyuks quite a bit of armor. Helps them resist arrow fire better, but it's still not the counter you want to be having against archers. You know what? DauT's actually getting husbandry, so thinking about making his unique unit, the Varu. Hey, let's see what one of these bad boys looks like. It's huge. Another castle will go down. Looks like those mangonels can't do anything. So the Varu, it's got more HP than a War Elephant. This is not an elite Varu. This is just a regular Varu. More HP, less attack. It's definitely more expensive than a War Elephant, which is... War Elephants are very expensive. And it's a little bit slower. Another castle coming up, but it looks like this one is going to be denied. These archers now with 4+7 attack. So if an Arbalest has 6 attack, this is like an Arbalest with an extra 2 attack. That's a lot of attack for an archer type unit. Even if you scouts being made by DauT. That's no animal, that's a monster! That is true. Looks quite unnatural, if you ask me. I wonder, did they attack with their tusks or the man on top? Looks like one of the one of the elephants in Lord of the Rings. That's what I imagine. So BacT could lose yet, what, a 3rd castle? Finally gonna transition to Eagle Warriors. So Eagle Warriors with the Couriers upgrade 10 armor. Usually they're great against archer units. So 10 armor versus 11 attack. That should be 1 damage for each Eagle. That's gonna be... Oh, I thought that was gonna be better. So it should be 1 attack, which is nothing against Eagle Warriors, even with all these extra attack upgrades. And those archers are just melting. There's none left. Wow. Meanwhile, the Varus, they're now elite, but they're so slow they can't catch the Eagle Warriors, and DauT is going to lose all of his trebuchets. That's 1,000 wood, 1,000 gold. Probably double that with all those archers that were lost. But now, BacT needs a counter to the Varu. He lost 3 castles, so the Kameyuk is not going to be as effective as it should be. I would think go monks. These units are so expensive that even 1 or 2 conversions really such a huge loss. Gonna try to engage this head on. Or doing work though. Yeah, I was gonna try to run away, but there's no point with this kind of unit. Finally, BacT making heavy plow. That's a pretty big deal considering how much we were talking about the boom of these players. 2 castles in the north. So it's important that BacT keeps these castles alive so that he's able to, you know, keep building Kameyuks. And maybe this Kameyuk-Eagle combination could really work for him. Let's take a look at how the map control looks like. So DauT has an extra stone here on the bottom. Currently taking an extra gold in the north. This is actually BacT's gold, so we won't count that. So DauT is taking 2 extra resources on the map, which will bode well for his later game. Yes, this is Regicide Fortress. Nothing more, but just as soon as elephants come into the mix, then everyone's watching. I think I got a host. Does anyone know who hosted me? So I can pay them thanks. I know BacT was streaming earlier, so perhaps it's him. Nothing more majestic than the world. Castle going to go down for BacT, so BacT has, DauT has lost a lot of momentum here. Oh, thank you, BacT. Appreciate it. We're covering your games from the weekend, I believe. This is King of the Realms. This is the final games. A lot of people weren't here to cast it, so I'm covering the games now as a replay. We're on the 2nd game, and this is Regicide Fortress. We had the Dravidians versus the Incas. Was a very very boom-style game. DauT had a lot of momentum in the beginning, and now it's been completely pushed back by BacT. We have the unique unit here for the Dravidians, is the Elite Baru. A lot of HP, low attack for an elephant, extremely high cost, and very slow. And looks like BacT's Kamyuks are going to do some work. Those archers are going down so fast. Another unique aspect to the Dravidians is that their archers benefit double from Bodkin Arrow, from Bracer, from Chemistry, but they're stuck at the Archer upgrade. I don't hear anything. Who is casting? I haven't been watching this channel up in a while. Yeah, I've been keeping the channel active recently. We're doing 2 casts a week. And I hope the audio is fine. Let me ask. Okay, just want to make sure. Squire's Blast Furnace coming in. A lot of momentum for BacT as he's going against the castle. Okay, I wonder why that person's audio is not fine though. Anyway, this castle's going to go down for BacT, and BacT has 20 more villagers now. Which is surprising considering how strong the Dravidian boom was. Now, DauT going to go into Long Swordsman. I don't think they have any bonus for the Dravidians, but it's a good unit in this particular situation. However, BacT could switch into Slingers later on in the game. Oh my god! Oh no! What are you doing? What are you doing? Fighting elephants versus villagers. That is a massacre. So, elephant raids in the south. And BacT pushing with rams in the north. So let's see what this two-headed swordsman switch can do for him. Oh, they've got extra attack. Okay, with their unique tech, cavalry and infantry +2 attack. So that is very strong. They have no armor yet though, so not too beefy. The Kamyuks are pretty good actually against standard infantry. They're surprisingly good. And now BacT has cleaned this up. We'll probably set his targets on this castle. And now all the map control to BacT. Let's see, taking that, what's left of that gold. Not a lot, actually. DauT didn't mind that stone in the south. We have sappers coming in. Sappers? What? Sappers coming in, wow. Not an upgrade you see every day. So try to go for this castle with some infantry and just very few rams. Meanwhile, DauT now has the champion upgrade, getting chainmail armor. So these are pretty strong. Usually there is someone coasting, yes. I'm hoping BacT gets this castle down because I like to see the sappers upgrade in action. Of course, these are Inca villagers too. So let's see, Champion versus Kamyuk. The Champion are going to win in the situation. I think Kamyuk are better once they get masked up. But yeah, those Champion are doing work. Siege Ram now being done. That's a great upgrade to have. Back in the main base, remember this is Regicide. See a Siege Tower up. And DauT's Northern Economy has been taken out. That's about... His economy's being heavily raided. It's down to 70 villagers. Maybe could lose the game because of that. The Champions are going to clean it up for now. Right now, DauT's king is safe in his castle. And perhaps with this champion upgrade, he's looking to push back. It's really hard to go champions off of only 70 villagers. They're a very food-intensive unit. What is Sappers? Yeah, that's a upgrade we don't see very often. Sappers is the tech from the castle. And, oh shoot. Yeah, we don't see it that often that I have trouble finding it. It's right here. Villagers cost plus 15 damage when attacking buildings. Almost every civilization gets it. The Byzantines, I think. So really you only see that, I guess, with the Incas and the Spanish. Is this a new civilization? This is a civilization in the Realms mod. You can download the Realms mod in Voobly. Realms mod has been around since 2012 or before then. And this was a recent tournament to showcase the mod. And there are a total of 41 civilizations in this mod. So this is what I'm talking about for BacT. Now this should take care of any sort of champions here. That extra 1 range really helps a lot. However, we have a few more archers coming back out. And the archers really make short work of the Kamiyuks. And there's the GG right there. DauT's going to resign. His population has dropped too low. Can't make any archers anymore. And the siege rams are going to basically bulldoze everything. So GG. Good game. Good game from Regicide Fortress. Score is now 1-1. And we'll be moving on to the next game. Let's take a look at the achievements. Yeah, Sapper's OP. So take a look at the economy from the beginning of the game. In the end, ended up being a little more even. Of course, DauT had the economy in the early game. And he had the faster age ups from each... or actually, BacT had the faster age ups, which is a little interesting. Considering BacT didn't have as good of a start. 3 relics capture. Really adds up to a lot of gold at this stage of the game. And here's your timeline. What mod for this skin? Realms mod. If someone could post that in the chat, I'd be thankful. In fact, I could find it right now. Alright, so we'll be going into game 3 momentarily. Score is currently tied up at 1-1. I'm going to adjust the scoreboard. This is a best of 7. And here's the mod. Alright, let's get into the next game. So this will be game 3. This will be Hayton. And thanks everyone for joining me this Tuesday. Hope you're enjoying these games. Hello everyone, welcome to the Realms Mod Finals Best of 7. This is game 3. This is the map Hayton, I believe. Yes, it is. So it looks a lot like Arabia. I thought this was Arabia. What is the difference between this and Arabia, I wonder? I really can't tell the difference. Alright, I'm just going to be calling this map Arabia then if I can't find a difference between this and Arabia. Okay, so we're on essentially Arabia. It's a Vikings versus Armenians matchup. You cannot repeat a civilization from any time in this tournament. So whether that's the previous rounds or this round. So BacT chosen a very classic civilization, a civilization known for their strong economy, for their free wheelbarrow and handcart going up to the next age. One of the strongest economy bonuses in the game, with their berserks being recently buffed in the newest balance. That gives them a lot of oomph in the late game, and of course their archer line is very good. Their cavalry is pretty bad. So that's the Vikings. We all know the Vikings. That is BacT civilization. Let's take a look at the more interesting civilization, the Armenians, for DauT. The Armenians generate 10 wood a minute and 8 food a minute automatically. Knights and Castle Age units plus 0-1 armor plus 1-1 in Castle Imperial Age. Monks are 20% cheaper in Imperial Age. Team bonus, monasteries work faster. Unique techs, Asfin al-Armani generates a stone trickle and increases the food and wood rate of automatic gathering. And cavalry plus 1 damage. So, poor archer line with no arbalest, no access to gunpowder. Looks like the cavalry archers are pretty good. Infantry lacking the halberdier upgrade. Cavalry's pretty good. Remember, they get plus 1 attack with their unique tech. So, all the cavalry upgrades. Except for husbandry, notably. Their monks are pretty good, but they don't get heresy. Remember, their monks are Their monasteries work faster, and their monks are cheaper in Imperial Age. And here's their unique tech, the Eurydice? Eurydice. Oh god. Slow, durable cavalry with high pierce armor. So it's 2-3 armor, 130 HP. Expensive unit, though. So this is kind of like a paladin that is more expensive, but you get more bang for your buck. That's how I see it. No sappers for the civilization, interestingly, or conscription. Pretty poor siege. Don't get the bracer upgrade, so poor archers once again. And that's the Armenians. There's food and wood trickle would be very interesting. How much is 10 wood a minute and 8 food a minute? That's less than 1 villager, I think. Which is a little bit less than 1 villager in the early game. So that's a modest economy bonus. I think the Vikings should probably have a better economy with the free wheelbarrow and handcart. And let's take a look at the players' maps. So on the right side, we have 2 golds and a back stone. This could be a vulnerable area of the map. However, I think this gold should be safe. As long as DauT doesn't lose a lot of military control early on. Looks like we'll lure some of these red deer. Pines, actually. That's what they're called. Surprisingly, these are actually regular forage bushes instead of blueberries bushes. That's cosmetic. Woodline on the left, fairly safe, but hittable by archers later on in the game. And berries would normally be exposed, but DauT is going to try to wall that in a little bit with this house. And we'll probably wall in through here. So pretty average looking Arabia map for DauT. BacT, forward berries, we'll try to wall it in. Woodline, extremely safe. Gold, relatively safe. Stone, relatively safe. But again, over here, oh boy. So this is 3 golds in a row. This is a great area of the map for DauT to take advantage of. And if he can maintain a military presence in this side of the map, should bode well for him in this game. So kind of similar, however, DauT has his... Where's his 3rd gold? Oh, is that his 3rd gold? That is an unfortunate 3rd gold position. That is so far forward. So both players have kind of exposed gold mines. And we should see if that the other players will want to take advantage of that. These new civilizations are in which patch? This is the Realms mod. This is the Realms mod. I posted a link to the mod in there. It's a mod you can download on Voobly. I believe you can download it on Steam as well. But no, this is not an official patch. And this is a tournament to spotlight these new civilizations. Both players luring in their boars. Typically with Vikings, they like to go men-at-arms. And what is going to be the Armenians' first choice of military? Could be a scout rush. Remember, their cavalry line is pretty decent. They don't get any infantry or archer bonuses. So unless DauT is going to place up a barracks and go men-at-arms, I think we should be seeing scouts. And DauT should know that he's going against men-at-arms for BacT, as there's BacT's barracks coming up. So BacT going to mine a bit of gold. There's going to be Viking men-at-arms versus Armenian scouts. Normally, if you're going men-at-arms, you want to, of course, dictate the pace of the game. You want the battles to be at your opponent's side of the map, since the men-at-arms are slower, but more powerful. You want your opponent to be able to engage into you, as opposed to defending with men-at-arms. That's the benefit, of course, of scouts. They have that mobility, even though they do come out a little bit later. So BacT did just mine 10 gold. Should be enough for 3 militia. There we go. A little bit late from BacT. I think we could have seen these a little bit sooner. And DauT now scouting his opponent's map. Let's take a look at their maps. As you can see, BacT has scouted the stone, the gold. Has missed this other gold here, though. That's a little unfortunate. And DauT, just seeing the basics of BacT's map, you want to see as much of their map as possible. It really helps to influence your strategy, where you're going to attack. I think DauT has prioritized seeing these militia come out, though, as he's probably going to follow them. Making sure they don't do too much damage. And there we go. Stable up for DauT. Let's take a look at his resources. They look pretty... Those are pretty typical resources for any Age of Empires civilization. And I just want to point that out because, of course, they have a unique economy bonus. Oh, DauT lost a lot of HP on his scout, I think, because running into the town center or running into these villagers. So BacT's going to add in a spearman that's really going to help out with his militia against scouts. Fortunately, BacT's very exposed right now. He needs to add a few more spearmen. I wonder if he can afford all of this without any farms. Needs to afford the men-at-arms upgrade. And there's the men-at-arms upgrade. Let's take a look at BacT's economy. Yeah, really running low on food. So we'll have to afford a few more spearmen. This is a nice window of opportunity, though, for DauT. These militia are not really having any presence on the game. They're not doing any damage. So DauT can go attack his opponent while his opponent is making this men-at-arms upgrade and doesn't have any spearmen at his base. In fact, delaying the archery range already. Yeah, this is very annoying. Could even get a villager kill here. But there we go. Men-at-arms upgrade is done. We need to see a spearman being queued for BacT. And these men-at-arms not really doing anything in the north. However, they could get onto that wood line. There could be some juicy villager kills there. Speaking of juicy villager kills, BacT gonna kill this villager. If you didn't notice, BacT runs in front of the villager, then attacks. That seems like something very small. However, when you go back to play your own games, you realize that really adds up to whether you kill the villager or you don't kill the villager. You need to run in front of it. And so far, no villager kills yet. That one's going to go down. So we're equalized on the villager kills. However, BacT may lose this man-at-arms. But look at all this economy damage that he's done. No villagers taking wood. Just taking the straggler tree, which is now ran out. That man-at-arms is going to go down, though. Big military presence for DauT, but BacT's economy's got to be doing better. But still doesn't have that archery range up. I'm gonna try to wall in these woodcutters. That's a lot of extra wood. It's gonna go up to what? 80 population? 80 population space? And a lot of idols too. So both players' economies are pretty bad. Armenians probably stronger than the Vikings early on. I don't know. The Vikings have one of the... I think they're very underrated as far as their economy goes. So right now, BacT just trying to defend with some spearmen. I have no doubt he'll be able to do that. Doesn't have enough gold for archers, though, and wants to get back onto that wood line. Taking a little bit of stone, so maybe thinking about adding a tower, since his map is so bad right now. Not doing himself any favors, though. Should definitely close this off right here. Could even palisade wall all the way through here. But something still has to be done about the gold, and I would just really increase military production to help protect the gold. At least BacT's still doing some damage. DauT has rebuilt his lumber line on the south and is starting to go to gold now. Has a few archery range units out, which is quite a problem, not only for these men-at-arms, but all those spearmen back at home could be pretty vulnerable. Gonna try to take as best a fight as he can. And now DauT can get his economy rolling. Full steam. And look at the military advantage. It's 12-6 for DauT. DauT can do some damage. And still no archers coming out from BacT. Interesting. Very little military presence for BacT. BacT gonna add a stable of his own. For knights? For scouts? I don't... What? Can't be for scouts. That wouldn't make any sense. It is for scouts. Okay. Well, the problem is the Armenians get bloodlines. So, you're gonna go toe-to-toe with a civilization that has scouts that have 20 more HP than you. And you can't really raid with them, so I don't understand that decision at all. That was BacT. You have enough stone for 2 towers. Place one on your wood line. Maybe place one on your farm. Place one on your gold. And you're pretty set. Going into scouts, I don't understand that at all. Okay, so that house is going to go down fairly shortly. Build the tower, man. What are you waiting for? Market coming up. Maybe what's this? I mean, you could sell the stone and get it to Castle Age really quickly, but I think the tower would be more worth it. Okay, those spearmen are not going to do anything. And this is a lot of pressure coming onto BacT. What is he going to do with that stone? And I hope you build a market, build the tower. Right now, 460 stone. Most of these are skirmishers, though. They're not going to kill the villagers particularly quickly. And what is BacT doing? I'm waiting for him to make a move. Is he going to move in with the spearmen? They don't have armor. And it looks like maybe the scouts did pay themselves off. I don't know. 500 stone out in the bank. And there's the castle. It still has that stone. So could still build a tower. Could build a castle? Does that make much sense? It does make sense if you're seeing cavalry and skirmishers. But I think DauT is... Yeah, DauT is going to start adding archers to the mix. Has a lot of villagers on gold. DauT now getting wheelbarrow. I think this is where we'll see the Viking economy shine. And these walls are great, sure. I mean, that's way too many houses for this stage of the game. But I think this would have been a lot easier had just BacT dropped down a tower. I think the resources he would have saved by having his villagers work better, by having to build less walls, would have been worth it. That blacksmith is pretty low on HP. Now we have archers. Build a tower here. That blacksmith could potentially go down. Okay, so that's at 750 HP. That's the same HP as one of these houses. I'm gonna build a... Just gonna give up on the blacksmith. Not gonna build the tower. Gonna build another wall behind. Now up to 750 stone. At least the good thing about the castle will secure these 3 extra golds. Or these, side golds, I suppose. Down up to the castle age. He's not that far behind. We know that BacT won't be doing a lot of damage. I would... I mean, here's what I would have done. I would have added a few towers and probably would have gone with knights. I think knights would be a much simpler option. And then just added the town centers. So here's the castle, not in the ideal position. Ideal position would have been right here on top of the hill. But this castle... I mean, the castle protects this gold. It doesn't really protect this gold too well against crossbows. And now BacT's kind of forced into going to Berserkers, unless he wants to really invest into his knight line. And Berserks are not going to be great against archers. Even if they have been buffed, I really don't believe in them against archers. And where's BacT going? Is he going for a town center? Here would be decent. Take wood, could build some farms. That's an okay position for a town center. But BacT not making the best use out of this early Castle Age. Look at Armenian's tech tree. They look really weak, honestly. Let's take another look at their tech tree as there's no action going on right now. Okay, so their archer line is weak. Their infantry line is weak. Their cavalry line is strong, though. And they have a decent economy, so I don't think they're particularly weak. They have good monks, too. Someone said they look like Slavs, and yeah, I can see how they look like Slavs in a way. Good cavalry and monks. I wouldn't say it's a particularly strong tech tree, like the Saracens or Spanish. But they have some options, and they have some strengths. So at this stage, BacT definitely has the economy advantage now. He's got the handcart upgrade for free. He's a few villages ahead. He's got his town centers up quicker. But still, hardly any... No military presence at all. Actually, okay, 9. But those are all spearmen, I think. Maybe a knight or 2. I'm gonna go for a big raid. Looks like it is open. This could be a... Well, if there were more units here, it could be a huge raid. I think this is the first time DauT is going to see this castle, but the castle has no range upgrade, so it can't really even hit anything. What is DauT doing? He's losing a lot of archers. These villagers are going to try to wall in, but they're all going to sacrifice themselves. BacT realizing that he needs fletching for his castle and for his town centers. That's a big waste of army for DauT. Mangonel's out, going to get a good hit onto those archers. What a big waste for DauT. I know DauT did some good damage here to the economy of BacT, but I don't think that was worth it at all. Can I show the blacksmith tech tree? Yes, I can. Oh, they do miss. They miss plate parting armor. What the hell? Oh, this is Vikings. Gotta say. My bad. They miss bracer. A lot of villagers lost here, though. I think that BacT wasn't paying attention. So villager numbers are still pretty even. The military advantage has evened out a little bit. Looks like those knights didn't do too much damage on the wood line. Maybe 1 or 2 bodies. Down on only 2 town centers, but he's still pumping away at military. Now going for his Armenian knights, which are pretty strong. And this town center is in a very exposed position. BacT with still no berserkers. This might have been a poor decision to place the town center here. I'm thinking BacT would probably think that DauT would not have found it. But right now, the placement of a lot of these buildings has really hurt BacT throughout this game, whether that's the walls in the early game, the placement of the castle, and now the placement of the town center. Gonna lose the Mangonel to the knights. Yeah, this is really terrible. It's about a fourth of BacT's economy's idle right now, and in danger. BacT, make an army, man! Go crossbows. Go berserks. Make something. And go guard tower. Guard towers could actually be effective. An effective defense. Pretty funny to think, though. Okay, gonna take over that gold. That's not a very safe gold, though. I think the crossbows can hit it. DauT now making a few mangonels. Probably going to want to take out that town center. That would be a huge victory for him if he could take that out. Take a look at BacT's economy. BacT's got the same economy as DauT. Except maybe that handcart upgrade. Rams actually coming out. Yeah, Rams are much more useful than mangonels. What was I thinking? Try to go berserkers. I think they have like 6 or 7 more HP than Age of Conquerors berserkers, but still not that good. That town center is a goner, as well as all those villagers. How many villagers is that? That's like 10 villagers. 500 food. That's a poor engagement for DauT to take. And DauT doesn't have that many crossbows, to be quite honest. But even that amount, still able to two-shot the berserkers. And with that, DauT can still maintain control of that gold. Looks like a few villagers did get away, but BacT going to call the GG. Just some weird decision from BacT. Was really hoarding that stone for a castle, but with the Vikings in Castle Age, you don't like to make berserkers, so I think it would have been better just to place down a few towers and defend. To make a bigger priority towards going archers. And this town center placement on the left side, at first I liked it, but now I really don't. So this game is going to go to DauT. Score's going to be 2-1, and we'll move on to the next game. Let's take a look at the achievements. Yeah, BacT's so passive. I think it could have worked with maybe guard towers or something like that. Any ratio better for DauT, surprisingly. Economy better for DauT. So this is due to all that idle time. So I think this is the stat that really captures the game. The economy way better. Just 1,000, 2,000 more resources in every category. And let's back out and go to the next game. One right after the other. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream. I'm going to be casting every Sunday morning and Tuesday around this time. Well, Sunday around this time, Tuesday around this time. Last week we did a player spotlight on the player Tim. Next week we'll continue with that series on Tuesday at this time. So please tune in and join for that. And let's go on to the next game. This is game 4. I'm going to change the scoreboard here. 2 wins for DauT. He'll need 2 more to take the series. This map will be loser's map choice. Here we go. Hello everyone and welcome to Game 4 in this Realms mod, King of the Realms tournament. This is the finals, which was played a few days ago. Didn't have a lot of coverage, so I wanted to cover it here in a replay stream. My name is Nobody, and this is a classic Aztecs versus Japanese war. Players in this tournament have access to 41 civilizations. That's an additional 19 civilizations compared to Age of Forgotten. So this mod was built upon that, uses some more modern balance changes as well. And I think this is just the Aztecs and the Japanese we know and love. I remember seeing the Aztecs earlier in the 3rd place tournament. They were the Aztecs from the newest balance, as in they will have to research Loom, and they do have access to the Castle Age Eagle, yada yada yada. So I assume the Japanese are the same as well. This is the home map of BacT. BacT will have to win the next 3 games. Or we'll win 3 more games in total to be able to take it, and DauT has to win 2 games to be able to take this series. So this map is Highland? I haven't seen this map in a long time. Highland, yeah. Yeah. When's the last time I saw a Highland game? I can't remember. Let's take a look at BacT's tech tree just to see if there are any changes. So they do get the bloodlines technology. Everything looks exactly the same here. Don't get access to the elephant archer. And everything the same here. So the Japanese we know and love, lumber camps, mills, cheaper, very underrated bonus, very strong bonus. And make use out of their dock bonus as well, as there's a lot of fishing here. Their fishing ships work faster. They get pretty good Castle Age knights, great archer line all throughout the ages. Unique unit, which can be very strong in some civilizations. Going against the Aztecs, I think the samurai could be very strong. So samurai versus... So samurais are, of course, good versus Eagle Warriors. They're good versus champions. I think they're pretty passable against Jaguar Warriors, to be honest. The samurai gets an attack bonus. I believe a +8 attack bonus versus all unique units. And the Jaguar Warrior gets a +12 versus infantry. Something along those lines. So they're pretty passable either way. Certainly, I think the Samurai gets a little more versatility. It's a little faster. Good versus a wider variety of units. And of course, the Japanese get Arbalest. So if this game goes to the late game, I think I do like the Japanese chances. But the Aztecs, of course, have a very strong economy, though. All their villagers gathering, able to carry more resources throughout the game. Access to the Eagle Warrior. No access to cavalry, and their navy is pretty okay-ish. All military buildings creating faster, and that applies to the docks as well. Yeah, the Samurai attack faster as well. If you do the calculations for the Samurai, like, net attack, like if you put the attack speed at the regular infantry attack speed, which I believe is 2, and the Samurai is like 1.9, then I think their adjusted attack is actually like 17 or 18, which is a lot for an infantry unit that's pretty cheap. And as well, I think the Japanese men-at-arms are the strongest in the game, even with some of these civilizations that get free foraging or free +1 attack. I think it's pretty clear. The players going to scout each other's base a bit. Since it is a replay, I'm going to bring it up to 60 speed. Early dock for BacT, and we talked about, again, how the Japanese saved wood in the Dark Age. So they should get that dock up nice and early. This fishing ship will gather a little bit extra food. You order Vikings versus Japanese. Well, in that case, it would be the Japanese have the better economy, better Nightline and Castle Age. Oh, Men-at-Arms. And the Vikings, of course, would be worse in Imperial Age. Who wins? I'm pretty sure it's the Japanese. I think that Zero Empires did a big video about which infantry is actually the best in one-on-one scenarios. But yeah, the Japanese men-at-arms, you really don't want to mess with them. I never fight villagers versus Japanese men-at-arms. They'll surprise you every time. So early, looks like we'll see a galley rush from both players. And I think in this mod, actually, there are no fire galleys. Yeah, there are no fire galleys in this mod. Strike sea-based defenses. Okay, I wonder who has access to that. There's a new Castle Age. Castle Age ship. The Carrack excels at sinking ships. I want one of those. That's mainly what we use ships for, sinking other ships in Age of Empires. So both players will go standard galleys. If you've been missing the standard galley wars, well, here we go. This is your game. A lot of micro involved, a lot of splitting. I miss it a little bit. I think the newer water battles are a little bit more entertaining. Not by that much. What is BacT doing? Gonna build another dock very close to his opponent. Has he seen the dock? He's able to see the dock right now. And DauT not able to see his opponent's docks yet. But DauT knows what's going on. He knows this map. I haven't seen this map play too much, but these players over their careers have played this map quite a bit. So DauT is going to know he's going to have to go for a galley rush, even though he hasn't seen his opponent yet. Might be too many on gold. Players might be used to the old economy balance for fire galleys. Both players up to the next age. We have 3 dock opening from BacT. That's very standard for galley battles. DauT only adding his 3rd dock now. Okay, pretty standard again. This is... I don't think I've seen a position like this before, where all 3 docks are lined up with each other. That is extremely interesting. Score, please. Score is 2-1. If the scoreboard's not up there, then I'll change that a little later. The score is on top, though. So DauT out just a little bit faster. Might be able to sink these ships. They get +2 armor for Japanese, so they're much harder to sink. And with that, a little bit of a advantage for BacT as he gets a few extra hits on these galleys. This galley's of course split up from the rest, so it's gonna have to come in from the left side. Japanese galleys get +2 line of sight, which could be very useful. So far, BacT at a disadvantage now. This villager might get repaired up, but look at this! Oh man, if BacT was able to sink that, I'd be very impressed. This villager gonna try to repair that galley. What is BacT doing with this one? It's so great for BacT though that these fishing ships can absorb some shots. This galley, of course, wants to get in with the rest of the group, and I think DauT is definitely winning this water battle. Up one galley. With these positions, it's really hard to get back. If I was BacT, I'd add a fourth dock over to the right side here. This is good on him, though, repairing these galleys. But DauT will take a food advantage here, and now BacT probably has to seed some farms. Actually, he's got a few sheep. That's good for him. Fletching coming in. That's good. Earlier fletching. Still down one galley, though. This dock really not able to work. And if you're BacT, make use out of this early fletching. So try to maintain that range. Try to push your opponent. Could get the fishing ships. Now it's going to force drop them all. I think they just got the rest of that fish. And now neither player getting fish. And fletching coming in from DauT. Once fletching comes in, should be able to push back. No fourth dock for either of these players yet. There we go. Fletching's done. And everything else in this game pretty much the same. Just 4 galley advantage. 2 galley advantage for DauT. This could be some big losses for DauT for BacT now though. Got 2 idle villages here too. And now 12-7. I think BacT's lost the water. Now luckily on this map the fishing isn't that great. There's only so many fish here, but this will be about 500 food that DauT can collect for free, which is huge. Not to mention the map control that this gives DauT. So I think if you're BacT, cut your losses now. Try to seed as many farms as you can and go up to the next stage as soon as you can. This is still a sizable advantage for DauT, though. DauT is going to be able to collect all this food with these fishing ships. As well, it's a little unusual that the Japanese lost the water here, as the Aztecs are not as strong a civilization. The docks working faster has to be a pretty sizable bonus, though, in this game, and BacT's going to call it right there. GG. DauT's going to take that one. All that extra food income, all that extra map control. Looks like DauT was planning to go to the next age with the market. So, quick game. DauT's going to take this game, and we're moving on to what could be the final game in this series. Military 15-7. Here's your timeline. So yeah, I think I like the new meta a little bit better. I think that game wouldn't have been over that easy. There's less of a snowball effect. Let's update the scoreboard. Score is now 3-1. DauT needs to win one more game. And BacT needs to win 3 games in a row. All right, let's go on to what could be the final game in this finals. Hello everyone and welcome to the 5th game in the King of the Realm final matchup. This is a matchup between DauT and BacT. This is the Realms mod featuring 41 civilizations, 19 additional civilizations from Age of Forgotten. And the civilizations we have today are the Chimus and Bohemians. I have seen the Bohemians before on Gold Rush. That was in the 3rd place matchup. They did not do so well. Or at least, the player playing them did not do so well. I believe it was Mr. Yo. Yeah. And let's take a look at their civilization bonuses. Bohemians. Archery ranges cost 20% less. Barracks cost 20% less. Great bonuses. +5 villager hit points for each age and town center technology. Heresy free. Archers hand cannoneers +1/+2 pierce armor. That's a big bonus. Unique units. Terabyte, which took me some time to figure out this unique unit. It's an infantry unit that counters armored units. So, for example, I think it counters cavalry, the heavy cavalry line, could counter champions, heavy armored unique units, but would not counter the scout cavalry, light cavalry, and especially not any of the archer units. So, a little interesting. Unique techs, villagers, and terabytes +5 versus buildings. Bombard cannons do 10 extra damage versus rams. Okay. So this has a very, very strong archer line, with all of them getting extra pierce armor. Infantry is decent. Cavalry is pretty decent. No husbandry, though. Monk line is exceptional. No plate barding armor on their knights. And let's take a look at the Chimus as well. This is for BacT, I believe. Chimus. Infantry +1/+0 armor. This is the civilization with the Great Eagle Warriors. The Castle Age Eagle Warriors. Not Imperial. Repairers work faster. Villagers move faster. Oh, increases garrison room. That's an interesting tech. Skirmishers move faster. Extra HP with the unique tech. Blacksmiths work faster. Poor archer line. Great Castle Age Eagle Warrior line. Nothing going for them late game at all, except for their unique unit, which is very strong. It's like a stronger champion. And just checking out their siege. They do get siege onager. Okay, so that's our civilization matchup. And just like that, I forget what their bonuses are. Oh boy. I think no big economy bonuses for either of these civilizations, so the military production buildings will be cheaper for the Bohemians. That's maybe an economy bonus. Villagers move faster. Of course, the Bohemians will be harder to raid since their villagers will have extra HP. I think we should just leave this, figure it out as the game goes. Heresy free. Heresy free is a big deal, man. That could be a big deal on some maps. On other maps, it's not going to matter. But, like, on Arena, that's got to be big. Heavy Scorpion. No, there's no heavy Scorpion. There's a new unit called the Trestle Gun, which is anti-infantry siege. I haven't seen it yet, though. I hope we see it in this game. The nice deer lure from BacT. Gonna give him a little extra food. Let's take a look at the gold position. That can be very unfair sometimes on Gold Rush, despite my love for this map. So big gold, closer to DauT. I think that's the side gold. Yeah, so the gold's just a little bit closer to DauT, but not that much closer. It's pretty even. As far as Gold Rush goes, anyway. With players going up to 13 population, BacT can wall off his map with a gold inside, but will be walling out his stones. Where are his stones? It hasn't found these 2 sheep. So his stone is outside of his walls, so that could be at a disadvantage for him. These woodlines are hittable by towers. So if DauT wanted to go uber aggressive against BacT, if it decided to go fast castle, that could be an option. Meanwhile, DauT has a much more exposed front part of his base. Nice woodline in the back, though. Gold in the back. So pretty defensible bases for both these players. Luring in second board now. Now, if I was playing as these civilizations, I think that a Dark Age Rush fast castle would be on the cards for BacT. I would just be very careful about getting towered on my woodlines, but I would challenge DauT to do that. You can always take the small woodline in the back. So I would go Dark Age Rush fast castle. If I was BacT. And if I was in DauT's position just looking at this map and civilization Chimus, I would go Men-at-Arms Rush, Eagles, and if my opponent was fully walled, then go forward with towers or seed up farms back at home, not out of archery range. So those would be my picks for strategies. I think it's good to be able to say what you do in your civilization in the pro's position, because then you can be able to learn from it and hopefully improve your own gameplay. 20 extra gold going to be taken by BacT, probably 30 extra gold to make it even. So that'll definitely be some sort of militia men-at-arms play. Looks like men-at-arms because that barracks is not up by 630. And DauT is going to wall off the side of the map. There is a wolf here, but this villager has loom. Look at this funny stone bile. BacT getting loom now, so that's a little better for his economy. Then he got it later. This will be some nice walls from DauT. Walling in that left side, walling in a stone. A lot of space and a lot of wood. No signs of aggression at all from DauT. Has not taken any of his gold. And DauT, this is his first time he's scouting his opponent's base. Can see a barracks coming up. So knows this won't be Market Blacksmith. Knows that he can expect something from his opponent. We had a total of 20 gold taken. And now it looks like it's going to be a mining camp. And is BacT just going to go straight eagles? Actually, he can't. He's the Bohemians, of course. So maybe a scout rush? That was a, no, but why would you be taking gold then? Okay, maybe straight archers? Has to be straight archers. Okay, that was an option I had not considered. Fake AoE too. Yeah, it's one of those Chinese knockoff games. Everyone sees the ads for those knockoff mobile games where they use Age of Empires 2 screenshot. It's still open here. So this villager, this scout will have +2 attack and could prevent these walls. Big walls for DauT. DauT going to go, I think, straight fast castle. I had not considered straight archers for BacT though. I'm gonna delay this wall. I'm gonna send a lot of villagers out to try to get this wall up, I think. So out of all the options I gave for BacT, I had not considered archery range. Since I did that little exercise and, you know, thought about what I do in his position, now I have a new option to consider. Maybe I can learn from that in my game. If I have a closed-off map, I can go straight archers. Not something I considered before. There we go, a few archers coming out already. Gonna take over that extra deer. And right now, BacT feels pretty safe to move out. Maybe he shouldn't with all those wolves around. But feels pretty safe because he has scouted his opponent. In fact, has that scout kind of stuck inside the base. I think DauT right now, seeing that hole in his wall, might make him a little uneasy. Do you go and try to wall that off right now? I think I would. Yeah, there we go. That builder going to try to wall that off. And with that, eagle should be safe. So BacT, you can see absolutely everything DauT's doing. Can see that a market is coming up from DauT. DauT is obviously going to go fast castle. And it should work with his map. And DauT does not want to take a risk and try to wall it here, where those archers could be. In fact, the archer is there. This was a great decision from DauT. Now DauT's going to be safe behind his walls. If that archer starts attacking these buildings, can wall even further and further behind. Now the great thing about the strategy for DauT is that since DauT's Castle Age Eagles are so strong, he's just going to be able to make use of them right away. Doesn't have to wait in the Feudal Age. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, BacT should stay on one range for a better uptime. Great awareness. Yeah, DauT has a good sense of the game. This eagle is very, this scout is very annoying now, though. Will do a lot of extra damage to the house. BacT will probably get through this wall, but maybe the eagle can clean it up. So once again, Chimus, their eagles cost less. That's a huge, huge bonus. They don't get squires. They don't get elite eagle warrior. No. Achievers there. The eagles don't cost less. I'm sorry. Do they? No, they get extra armor. That was the big one. +1/+1 in Castle Age. There's another civilization where they cost less. And if you're down, why not just delete this wall and clean up this archer? And add 2 or 3 barracks. I'm really liking DauT's position with this civilization. This is gonna be hard to counter. I would go with knights. The Bohemians have pretty good knights. Looks like the archer play has not really paid itself off. And maybe, you know, going back to my decision earlier in the game, when I said I think BacT should go Men-at-Arms, I think Men-at-Arms would have been better. Would have been better for breaking through the walls, would have been better for pressuring the opponent, and would have been a more economically sound option. And good against the Eagles as well. Repairers work faster could be interesting in a Treb War. Yes, it could be. It would be very beneficial. So that scout ain't going to take the free archer kill. Loving DauT's position, and not loving the archer play from BacT. So from watching the teams before, and just intuitively, +1 extra pierce armor is huge versus archers. So I think these guys should be able to absolutely destroy. I'll take that fight. The archers will only be doing 1 damage. Even with glitching, they'll be doing only 1 damage. And 2 eagles for 5 archers, that's a pretty good trade. Here comes the Eagle Warrior upgrade for additional attack and HP. And armor too. A nice micro from BacT, at least getting both of those eagles. Stonewall behind, add a market. And actually gonna go Longswordsman. And I think as well, BacT's trying to hide this from his opponent. Not gonna garrison them in his front barracks. So Longswordsmen are better versus Eagle Warriors, but they are less mobile. So for that reason, I usually like to see Knights, unless your civilization gets some sort of infantry bonus. So Men-at-Arms coming in for BacT. Meanwhile, DauT just streaming across the map. Probably could add another town center pretty soon. BacT's going to have to buy some food because Men-at-Arms, militia, very expensive on food. The best thing for BacT, though, is to conceal this until as late as possible, and then push out. Hopefully for BacT, a villager would come forward, build a siege workshop, then BacT can push it back. But that's not what DauT's going to do. DauT is instead going to add town centers. That's more akin to his playstyle. The villager's going to go towards the middle, take all that nice gold. Here we go, Longswordsman Squires is essential. And I think the armor techs are not nearly as essential as they would be against archer-type units. But right now, 55 HP, 7 attack, 2 armor. So this is a +3, I think, versus Eagles, or +2 versus Eagles. So HP advantage to the Longswordsman, attack advantage to the Longswordsman. A little bit of... The armor would cancel out the bonus attack, so still attack advantage. But I'm gonna show his Longswordsman here. The wolf trade with that village, that's unfortunate. And BacT will be able to push this back. Let's see what this villager does. Villager count dead even, although DauT should be taking advantage with this forward town center. And let's see if DauT takes engagement. He's on top of the hill. I would definitely take this engagement. If I was BacT, I would just stay on top of this hill for a while. Monks is a great addition. Longswordsmen are extremely slow and easy to convert. This is going to be a bad fight, especially with the town center there being so heavily outnumbered. I think it's going to be a bad fight anyway. Actually, it's a good fight for BacT, but... And it's going to take the monk! DauT wasn't paying attention. Now I'm going to turn around and trade off. Okay, so military advantage still for BacT. I think, sorry, for DauT. I think BacT will need to add a few scouts to deal with the monks. I don't think that longswordsmen are going to do it. In fact, they're going to get mauled by wolves. A great position for DauT right now. He's controlling the game militarily, has an extra town center on the gold. Oh, BacT does have enough access to gold, though, with this town center. Siege Workshop is an okay decision. Might go with Scorpions. But I think Scouts is a must in this situation. Oh, that's right. The Bohemians do have heresy for free. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, that's a big bonus. I guess his DauT probably forgot about that bonus. So yeah, I would just keep going longswordsman in that case. Looks like that monk might be dead. One more hit. Yeah, he's dead. Mangonel's gonna threaten these longswords, but they're gonna kill two of his own. Wait, no, they got converted. This is the right... Maybe it's the other civilization. I don't know. I swear it got converted. Yeah, wrong no, heresy free. Requires monastery. Requires monastery. Oh, man. BacT probably doesn't know that. Or doesn't know that his civilization gets free heresy. Yeah, he needs to get up with the monastery ASAP. You're back to just make as many of these longswordsmen as possible. Then maybe you can take over the middle. Give it one good push. Yeah, need to get that monastery up. Need to add more barracks. Gold is good for now. Luckily, longswordsmen are pretty efficient on the gold. Actually buying some food even. I think that's I think that's pretty reasonable. BacT needs to get his military count up. Way up. As DauT is kind of really going ahead in economy. Now 3 town centers. Heresy's worth 1,000 gold. I think Faith is the one you're thinking about. Faith is the more expensive one, but I think less useful at the same time. But then again, who knows the cost of monk technologies and what everyone does. Oh man, this is a shame. Not getting that monastery really hurts. 2 archers out, but what are they? They're gonna go for the monks. He didn't want to make scouts. Ooh, bad trade. Every second that BacT hangs back is another second he's getting further and further behind in the game. So at what point does BacT decide he's going to go up this hill? Now going to buy some stone. If DauT gets a castle, that would really help to secure the middle. Might be what that 200 stone is for. Gonna get 1 more armor on these longswordsmen. And I think BacT's getting ready to push up this hill. It should have enough. Should have enough to get up the hill. Assuming the mangonels don't do massive damage. Oh man, get the heresy tech! This annoys me so much. That's gonna be 3 extra longswordsmen for DauT. Mangonel's doing massive damage. killing 4 of them right there. Might be enough, though. Yeah, it's definitely going to be enough. BacT has control of the hill now. DauT is building a castle, though. He might have held on for long enough. That castle will get up. I'm 100% sure of it. Well, these 2 archers, actually, but... No, I think it should get up. Crossbow fletching being done. It's a little too late for that. The tower, it's way too late for that. It's way too late. That castle is already up. I think BacT... Oh, boy. Gonna build a tower here. And if I was DauT, maybe try out your unique unit. It is DauT, yeah, you have to keep that in mind. Alright, so military count in favor of BacT, but what can he do with it? DauT with access to gold with 10 more villagers. Second castle coming up. DauT's ready to click up to the Imperial Age. BacT wants to have something happen this game. Wants to be able to win it. He needs to win in the next few minutes. He's some sort of crazy play. And I think that crazy play, I think you should go to your opponent's base and try to hammer down those walls. Build maybe 2 more towers on the gold. Upgrade the attack upgrades on the towers, get guard tower, and just go to your opponent's base and try to do some great damage. And keep adding the long swordsman. That's not a lot of long swordsmen. I don't think that's enough to take down a town center. If we saw maybe double that, maybe you could go for the town centers. Nice reaction from DauT. And some quick walls coming up. Where are these long swordsmen going? Yeah, go towards the back. Gonna lose a lot of HP to these town centers, though. The town centers only have fletching, I think. This is why long swordsman raiding kind of sucks. They're pretty slow. Can't even catch that guy. Yeah, so that was not the raid that BacT was looking for. Again, if BacT had double, maybe he can attack the town center. Yeah, long swordsman raiding is not really a thing. BacT with some good army presence, but now DauT going full into crossbow. I think they don't get bracer. So, actually, what is DauT? DauT's gonna get chemistry, though. It'll make them pretty good against long swordsmen. But certainly the Chimu's not getting Arbalest or not getting Bracers. Not gonna give them as much of a power spike as maybe DauT thought they would. Another castle coming up for DauT to help secure these gold. Trebuchet will be a great advantage, though. Trebuchet should kick BacT off of gold. BacT's probably got so much gold. What is he spending his gold on? He should have a lot of gold in the coming minutes. As here comes the Imperial Age. Okay, so BacT's going up to the Imperial Age. Won't be at a tech disadvantage in a few minutes. Still has access to gold at this point. There is about 1,000, maybe a little less than 1,000 gold here. Let's take a quick look at the Bohemians tech tree. What do they have going for them? Archers, extra Pierce armor. I like that option if you can muster up the gold for it, though. So if you go archers, what is really going to be counter archers? I guess the Eagle Warriors would. That's definitely a concern. But if you could somehow muster up champion plus Arbalest, That would be a pretty tough to beat combination. That gold is gonna hurt so bad. Let's take a look at the market prices. This combo is all up to BacT being able to get enough gold. Stone. Sell price is not too good. I don't think there's much stone left on the map, though. Oh, there's a little stone here, but you do want one castle. Food sell price is okay. The wood sell price is not too great. Here we go. BacT selling 500 wood. Selling 100 food. Wood price now 50. Gold is worth double wood. There's the Imperial Age. These crossbows do have chemistry. I wouldn't take this fight quite yet. Two-handed swordsman coming in, but... Okay, now we need some sort of counter to the crossbowmen. And that counter should be crossbowmen of your own, with the extra pierce armor. But BacT's stuck in the wrong army. He shouldn't be going long swordsman. Might try to take a fight here, though. But that plate mail armor is going to make a huge difference with these archers which don't get bracer. This is a little too early to take a fight, though. We need another 10 seconds. Yeah, way too early to take that fight. There's plate mail armor. They'll now be much more arrow resistant. Actually, surprisingly not that arrow resistant. Maybe because it was on the hill? Man, two hands just suck. They just suck in general. That's what I've learned from this game. Yeah, that did not turn out as well as I thought it would be. I thought these guys would be able to tank a little more. My bad. I'm thinking the wrong civilization again. I think the Chimus do get bracer. They don't get Arbalest, but I think they get bracer. Yeah, they do. That's a big difference. Anyway, DauT is going to win this game. Showcasing us some of the strengths of the Chimus. Great fast castle, great decision making from him. At one point, those archers could have been in, but DauT walled behind. And I didn't like the archer opening from BacT against his opponent's civilization. I would like to see men-at-arms. And I hope you enjoyed this Realmsmod tournament. This was the last game. DauT's going to take the series 4-1. And congratulations to him. I hope you guys enjoyed it on the Voobly official channel. This will be uploaded to YouTube if you didn't catch the whole series. It will probably be uploaded to my YouTube as well. And yeah, every Tuesday, every Sunday morning, I'll be casting some games. We're Tuesday and Sunday noon if you're in Europe. And I hope you enjoyed the series. My name's Ben Nobody, and I'll find someone to host or later on. If you have any questions, let me know in the chat. Otherwise, see you soon. Alright, there we go. Score is 4-1. That's going to be the end of the Realmsmod. I could look to see if I could make a best of Realmsmod showcase. But that's only if you guys are interested. Let me know if you're interested in the chat. Otherwise, we'll be moving on to another event. And on Sunday, I will be casting something. I don't know what it is. I'll take a look at the AoE calendar. I'll post on the calendar if I'm going to post something in the future. This, by the way, is a community channel. We have our community streamers down there in the bottom. We should be adding more to that in the future. So you'll should look forward to that. If you're interested in streaming, you could, of course, fill out an application, as we're open to everyone. And as well, you could also donate to your favorite streamers as well. So let's find someone to host.
and he's coming with one trap, and oh,